Mechanic at 127 Sports presents the Fictional Piston Cup Series from Florida International Speedway for tonight's N2O Cola 400. Tonight, the stars of the Fictional Piston Cup Series are ready to race at the track that started the run of the season-long championship in February by running the Florida 500. But tonight, it's the N2O Cola 400 to show who might be the one to prove that they are championship material over the next 10 weeks here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Let's take a look at our starting grid. In row 1, Chase Racelaw in the second pole start in a row with teammate Eric Breaker in the 5 Synergy car. In row 2, Shane Van Gisbergen, the road course race winner, with Brian Spark trying to break his 71 race winless streak. In row 3, Lightning McQueen still in that 15-month winless streak, with Bubba Wheelhouse in the 23 Transberry Juice car. In row 4, Nick Schiff, with veteran Cal Weathers in the 42 Dynaco car. In row 5, JP Drive, with the Florida 500 winner Master Dragon 4000 in the 69 South Point car. In row 6, Todd Marcus, with Jim Revick in the Carbon Sirer car. In row 7, Jimmy Cables, with Cruz Ramirez, a former Florida 500 winner. In row 8, Rich Mixon, with part-time winner Michael Roeder, a dual race winner back in February. In row 9, Marcus Franzler, with Chris Roman, the 11 Combustor car. In row 10, Brandon Howard car, another former Florida 500 winner, with Colin Bargan, the previous Florida Summer Race winner in 2024, in the 32 IHOP car. In row 11, Jackson Storm, with Ryan Laney in the 12 Blinker car. In row 12, H.J. Bolus, with Rex Revler in the 80 Gaskets car. In row 13, William Byred, with Steve LePage in the 34 Trunk Fresh car. In row 14, J.D. McPillar, with Sheldon Shifter in the 92 Sputterstop car. In row 15, part-time racer Richie Gunzit, with Daniel Suarez in the 7 Octane Game car. In row 16, Tim Treadless, with Gogo Logano in the 22 Fiber Fuel car. In row 17, the championship leader Carl Reeves, with Conrad Camber, the 2024 Florida 500 winner, both lacking the speed that they need to win. In row 18, Speedy Comic, with Bobby Swift in the 19 Octane Game car. In row 19, Ed Truncan trying to salvage what he can win in 2026, with the rookie leader Tango Speedstar pretty anxious in the Spiff Super Speedway start. And starting in row 20 are Jesse Lane in the 31 HTV car, with Herb Kerbler in the 54 car. Our weather for tonight is a warm 81 degrees Fahrenheit with 6-mile-per-hour winds from the southeast and cloudy skies. Here's our race analysis, mixed with trackbacks, 16 laps, 40 miles around the 2.5-mile track, with 31 degrees of banking in turns 1 to 4, 19 degrees in the tri-oval, 3 degrees in the backstretch, and pit road speed is 55 miles per hour. The pace car is off of the pits. Meanwhile, Chase Racelaw and Eric Breaker are ready to lead the field to the green flag. Here we go, and this Wednesday night, we're underway here for the N2O Cola 400. It's going to be chaos immediately. Everybody's going to try to go 3 wide or stay side by side. We could possibly see 4 wide. Chase Racelaw is already trying to block Shane Van Gisbergen or Eric Breaker into turn number 2. Already in the backstretch is going to take a lap for them to go to full speed. Chase Racelaw blocking his teammate Eric Breaker as Shane Van Gisbergen is going to need some help so he can go up in the race lead and get 5 bonus points. Here comes number 97, he's wiggling around. This track is not the best on the staying a little bit tight. Like what I mean by tight, like staying still. As Shane Van Gisbergen is going to lead the first lap here at Florida. Already the first lap complete. Lightning McQueen trying to make it 3 wide. You can't go below that of the double yellow line. Like in the interstate, if you drive, you will see the double yellow line where you can't pass. Already 3 wide for the race lead. Lightning McQueen in the race lead. Lightning McQueen up in first. Cal Weathers in the rear, the number 95 drafting. Already a few cars are far away from the race leaders. Chase Racelaw back in the race lead against Van Gisbergen and Lightning McQueen. 3 wide already in the first 2 rows. Master Dragon 4000 behind the number 5 of Eric Breaker and the number 9 of Chase Racelaw. Who's going to lead lap number 2 coming into the tri-oval? And it's going to be Shane Van Gisbergen, which leads the second lap here at Florida. The middle part of the track is not the best place to be at because you have a very high chance of wrecking or you're going to be trapped. The bottom part of the racetrack is a pretty great part to try to win. The number 84 JP Drive looked like he got down at the yellow line, but again, if you were cross all 4 and the tires down there, that's a penalty. Now right on Master Dragon 4000. He's a 4 or 500 winner. As I said earlier, he ran this year's 4 or 500. He's trying to sweep both places, the N2O 400 and the 4 or 500. Well, the last week has not been good for him because he flipped in the first lap out of the New Hampshire Motor Speedway as Brian Spark is in the race lead. Again, as I said, Brian Spark has a 70 plus of a race winless streak. Can he break it here at Florida? We're going to find out. Master Dragon 4000 trying to go in the rear of the number 52 car. This track is really fast. Now we're running off Colin Barton in the number 32 car. He was the former summer race winner in 2024. Last year in 2025, we did not have this race because it was a shorter schedule. And we were trying to cut off a few races so it could be short. But it was a huge mistake on getting rid of it for the summer race. Colin Barton almost hit 200 miles per hour, but his highest speed was 198 through straightaways and turns. Jackson Storm was trying to advance his positions and Cruiser Mir is falling back. That's not good for her. She's trying to catch Paul Reeves for the championship race lead, but Reeves in the 86 car is below the 30th position. Colin Barton goes to the top, which is somewhat of an advantage, but you will be close to the wall. Brian Sparks still in the race lead against Shane Van Gisbergen and Master Dragon 4000. Also being up in the top in the front, that's not even a good idea for the rest of the race because you have to deal with the incoming traffic and other cars and trying to get the race lead. Tango Speed started the fast lap on lap number 5. Now to lap number 6 right here. Now who's with the fastest lap? And it's going to be Herber in the 54 car in the 28th position. Shane Van Gisbergen trying to pass number 52 of Brian Spark along with Chase Racelab, but he's going to need some drafting help. Rewinding for the positions number 4 or 6. Cal Weathers, Lightning McQueen, and Master Dragon 4000. Master Dragon 4000 is telling the number 5 to push him. Now you're looking at Michael Roeder, the single car, somewhere in the top 10. Yep, that's a top 10. Now he's in the rear of the number 5 of Eric Breaker, but Bubba Wheelhouse is trying to commit if he should draft with the number 11 or the number 39 car. Well, he's choosing to draft with the number 11 and side drafting with the 39. The 20 Jackson Storm giving a bit of help. Herb Kerber in the 20th position. Now to lap number 7. Someone could give him a fast lap, but it's Ed Truncan in the 14th position. Brian Spark trying to help against the line of Chase Racelab at pole sitter. Lightning McQueen and Master Dragon 4000 are going the wrong direction. That's bad for him. And Tango Speedstar is in the 20th position. Even though we don't see him on camera, we saw him for a little bit. Now I can see him a bit on the right side of the screen. Cal Weathers in the bottom of the racetrack trying to make a move with Chris Roman. Oh, we had a bit of contact. The number 23 above a wheelhouse, Ed Trunk, and a few other cars almost wrecked in the back stretch. That was a close one for them. Really close. As soon as we come out of turn number 4 into the tri-oval, we're going to take a moment of silence to remember Rowdy Bush for this silent lap, and we're going to have a bit of a halfway jam. 8 laps to go here at Florida. Brian Sparks still the race leader. Michael Roeder on the bottom with Chase Racela in his rear. They're still single file. We're going to take a look at what just happened on the 7th lap. And that was before the 7th lap. Alright, so it looked like someone made contact with the 39, pushed the number 23 Bubba Wheelhouse and Ed Truncan to the bottom of the racetrack. Luckily, they did not advance their position through that double yellow line, and Rich Mixon's the fastest car on the racetrack as of lap number 10. We're going to take a look at the replay on the bottom again. Yep, that's a yikes situation now. Right along Rex Revler. Pretty close on causing a big wreck. We have not seen a big one yet this year. And we have 7 to go here at Florida. Cal Weathers trying to make a 4th lane, but everybody is squished and going 3 wide in the 2nd row. Michael Roeder is able to block, and we have a crash in turn number 3. Tim Treadless, Lightning McQueen, Colin Bargan, Ed Truncan, Steve LePage, and the number 93 of Nick Shift. All of them are collected in that wreck in turn number 3 and 4. Lightning McQueen, a huge name. He is stuck in the banking. Steve LePage trying to get up to speed into the pit road, and we have a possible penalty for Chase Racela passing down the double yellow line for him be able to be up in the front even though the caution came out. The field is frozen and you're not allowed to advance your position once the caution comes out. Because we don't race back to the line. We're going to take a look at what do I mean that he could get a possible penalty. Alright, so Cal Weathers was trying to lead him back to the yellow flag, but all of a sudden Chase Racela, look at him on the middle of the screen. He went below the apron. He could possibly put a few tires in the bottom of the apron, and he's up in the front, so that means the pace car is going to collect him, and once the green flag comes out, he's going to have to pull over to his pit box and stop for a few seconds. Alright, now to what happened in turn number 3 and what brought out the caution. So the 28 of Tim Treadless might have gotten to Ed Truncan, or Truncan gotten to LePage. Oh, the 33 just pushed the 28 to the bottom, forces Jimmy Cables below the double yellow line. Everybody gets collected along with Jim Reverick, McQueen, a big name. Number 93 of Nick Shift hits number 95 hard. Ouch. Ramirez is able to avoid all that calamity. Thank goodness for that. Reverick is just going back in line after avoiding that crash. And Carl Reeves going at full speed. Nearly wrecks those cars. That's crazy for that number 86 car. Here it is in full speed. Shout out to these racers of avoiding the crash into turn number 3 right here. Well, this is the reason why people don't like pack racing, because they could cause these type of wrecks. I'm going to take a look at this angle. Now it's right along with Tim Treadless. Here we go. Oh, the 28 made contact with the 33. That's what caused this wreck. Nearly went on his roof. Thank goodness he stayed in the ground by Colin Bargan. Well, this is the 32 didn't want that to happen in front of him. And finally, that's right on collecting the food. Alright, we're going to step aside for a bit since we're in yellow here at Florida. Welcome back to Florida International Super Speedway for the N2O Cola 400. Ready to go back green next time. By the lights are up the pace car. And here are the cars involved on lap number 10 for the ones that are just tuning in as of right now. Jimmy Cables, Bubba Wheelhouse, Tim Treadless, Colin Bargan, Ed Truncan, Steve LePage, Cruz Ramirez, Jim Reverick, Nick Shift, and Lightning McQueen. Those were the cars involved on lap number 10 on that from a big crash in turn number 3. And with earlier, before showing the big one of a replay, Chase Racelaw is now under penalty because he went down below the double yellow line to try to advance his position so he could be in first. So he's going to have to pull over, but once we're going back under green, and here are the fastest lap times as of lap number 13. Rich Mixon is up in the front with a lap time of 45.887. Ryan Laney in second. Brandon Powercar in third. Herb Kerbler, Ed Trunken, that's your top five, which I'm explaining, and you could view the rest on the right side of the screen. And Tango Speedstar, he went from close to dead last to up in the mid-20s and close to the top 10. Pretty impressive for him. He was anxious on the beginning of the race, not knowing he's going to run well or be collected in a big crash. But look at him running in the 17th position. That's close to the 15th or better. And everybody's restarting double fouls, so Cal Weathers is going to be the race leader, and Chase Racelaw is going to be the last car placed on the lead lap. And unfortunately, Shane Van Gaskenbergen has lost his engine, so he's going to be out of the race. Ed Trunken and Tim Treadless had a lot of damage in that crash, so they're also out. Steve LePage, Lightning McQueen, and Nick Schiff are going to be a lap down. They're in the rear of the field. Pace cars in, coming towards the restart zone. The green flag is back in the air here at Florida. 3 laps to go. Cal Weathers in the race lead against the number 39 of Michael Roeder. Again, Chase Racelaw is under penalty, so once they come back by into the trial, Chase Racelaw is going to have to pull over and serve his penalty. We have not seen 3 wide yet in this restart. Eric Breaker trying to go up the racetrack against Michael Roeder and the 42 of Cal Weathers. Roeder's in the race lead. We're seeing 3 wide. The 60 of H.J. Holtz with Brian Spark and the number 5 Eric Breaker. Richie Guns in trying to go for the race lead. Again, on the right side of the screen, you see Chase Racelaw under penalty. Now you don't see him. Michael Roeder still in the race lead. Richie Guns going up to the front. Once we come out of turn number 4, Chase Racelaw is going to head to the pits and service penalty right there. Now with 2 more laps to go, once they cross the start-finish line, Michael Roeder leads this lap. Richie Gunter trying to catch up to the number 39 along with 42 of Cal Weathers. They're single foul, and now they have a bunch of speed heading to turn number 1. Cal Weathers getting help from the number 5 by Eric Breaker. Brian Sparks with the dominant car of the night, trying to go up the race lead and try to win this race and break his winless streak. H.J. Hollis also on a winless streak. He's trying to win here at a super speedway. Now to turn number 3, they're trying to get the white flag. Brian Spark drafting the number 5 by Eric Breaker. He was in the rear of the number 70. Cal Weathers, Eric Breaker, and Brian Spark gained momentum. Along with the number 60 of H.J. Hollis, he was trying to decide with the 70 or the 52, and zooms to the number 52. Now coming into the trial vault. 1 more lap to go here at Florida. Here we go. The white flag is out. Last lap here at Florida. Cal Weathers in the race lead. Can he try to break his winless streak? Last year he won I don't know where, but he has not won in a long time. Eric Breaker on the bottom trying to get his first win. Anybody could try to win this race. Down to the last straightaway. Brian Spark in the bottom, he could try to get a chance on staying in the race lead. Eric Breaker made a mistake by not blocking the 52. Here comes number 52 of Brian Spark in the race lead into turn number 3 and turn 4 for the final time. Brian Spark, the most dominant car of the night, comes out of turn number 4 along with the rest of the pack into the tri-oval. It's going to be Brian Spark that wins here at Florida International Speedway. Congratulations to Brian Spark for getting his first win of 2026. And he finally broke that 71 race winless streak. Sweet victory for the 52 car, winning out of Super Speedway, but specifically Florida. Heartbreaker for the number 5 Eric Breaker and the 60 of H.J. Hollis. Well, the points are going to shake up after this race, and also Tango Speedstar. He finished in the top 10 or higher. Impressive for the number 56 when going to the back to the front. Oh, Conrad Camber hits number 86 of Carl Reeves. He was sideways, now he's going back to his pit box. pretending like that never happened. Here are the official results. Rich Mixon's the fastest car of the night with a lap time of 45.877 seconds and an average speed of 196.177 miles per hour on lap 9. He will earn that bonus point after an acceptable night here in Florida, and on the screen you can see who led the lap by 1, 2, 3 green hash marks to the right of their name. Here are the standings after this race. Ryan Spark has climbed from 21st to 15th in the standings. Tango Speedstar remains the rookie leader. Rich Mixon has moved from 12th to 10th. Carl Reeves is still the championship leader after a terrible night with a 47-point lead against Cruz Ramirez, and there are further changes you can view for yourself. Tune in next week for the Rev & Go Southern 500 from Darlington Raceway, located in Darlington, South Carolina, starting Friday, September 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video, hype it to get more attention, subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of the 2026 season, and feel free to give me a super thanks or become a channel member for future benefits as a viewer of this channel. This is the Candy Cat 127, signing out.